worship the God in you. In the existence, whether it is plant kingdom, animal kingdom, any material, particulate matter, everything of existence is connected unconsciously with God. Perhaps this is the reason why existence is beautiful. Trees are beautiful, leaves are beautiful, flowers are beautiful, birds are beautiful, ocean is beautiful, rivers are beautiful, stars are beautiful, and none of them require a holiday. They are functioning to the peak of their efficiency. Every morning the bird twitters, enjoys completely. Every animal, sunrise, it dances, it expresses its joy to God. Every flower, it blooms, throws its fragrance to the God. Naturally, everything is connected with God. They are unconsciously they are connected with God. But man, he has a choice. You can consciously be happy only. You have to choose because of what we call as mind. The mind. The trees are below mind. The human being is with mind. Buddha has transcended the mind. So basically, does any bird require a holiday? A Sunday, a holiday, a festival day? Every day is a festival. Every day is a celebration. Everything in nature is naturally happy. They are in work, they are in relaxation. But human being, what happened to the human being in the whole of socialization, in the state of modernization, in the state of westernization? Unfortunately, we have learnt wrong lessons. You are not what you are. A painter wants to become a musician. A sculptor wants to become a doctor. Have you seen even a lily flower, grass flower doesn't want to imitate a lotus flower. Both are beautiful. Small tree or a tall tree, both are beautiful. A blade of grass is beautiful because they contain the same divinity what you contain, but somehow we miss. This body which is made by God Himself, it is not the cement plasterization or the mortar or the sand of human beings. This is made by God Himself, and we don't contain Him. He is in your heart, but we close all our heart. We make our mind, head bigger and bigger and bigger. And every day, on Monday we wait for our Sunday, on Sunday we wait for our Monday. On holidays, we are filling with garbage. Morning newspaper, TV channels, anything that comes in your way, you accumulate, thinking that, these things will not take you towards enlightenment. Muhammad says, scriptures are like donkeys carrying loads of information. They cannot take you to the heaven. Even Patanjali, even Buddha, even Krishna said the same thing. Just because I am quoting one mystic, please do not mistake that this is said by only him. All the mystics said the same thing. Buddha towards consciousness, and he is gone, now Buddha is worshipped. Shiva towards consciousness, gone, Shiva is worshipped. Krishna towards consciousness, gone, worshipped Krishna. Keep their images, keep their idols, keep their scriptures, practice what they told. We do not practice that. If you practice, have all the respect to the masters. It is good. I am not saying that the boat what you have used for going in a river should be burnt, but you need not carry that boat on your head. The most important thing is be thankful to the boat, be thankful to the masters, be thankful to everybody. But are we practicing? Are we in the moment of here and now? Ham Brahmasmi, or Sufis say Anal Haq, Al Hillaz Mansur, or Lao Tzu, Zarathustra, Guru Nanak, everybody said the same thing. The human being has come out of continuous evolution of the consciousness. All of the Dashavataras are our evolution of consciousness, for your kind information. Matsyavatara, the life has originated in the water. Fish had become a reptilian, that is tortoise. That is tortoise, the god, next god. Next becomes mammal, Varahavatara. It is all evolutionary process that has gone through, and then half man, half animal, Narsimhatara, slowly towards our higher consciousness. From there, civilized man, Parshurama. So, the civilized man, Vamanavatara, evolution of consciousness, and from civilization, angry man, Parshurama Avatara. From angry man, wisdom, Ramavatara, evolution of consciousness. Romantic, Krishna Avatara. Love and compassion, Buddha Avatara. Towards the higher consciousness. Know them, respect them, everything is beautiful. Even the theory of Darwin is taken from here. 1975, Dr. Roger Sperry got his Nobel Prize for his theory called split brain theory. And this is from our Shiva Sutras, Ardhanarishwara, the left brain and the right brain, connected at the corpus callosum. It is all great tradition, Sanatana Dharma. But how much we follow our Sanatana Dharma? Are we meditating? Are we doing our pranayam? Are we cleansing our mind? Most of the things we don't do at all. Mantra, absolutely. Mantra is a vibrational frequency. Tantra is the tool that comes, the shape that comes out of the mantra. Everything is good. Yantra, man ke antra mantra, tan ke antra tantra, yana is the vehicle. Everything is connected, but everything should reach towards the higher states of consciousness. Everything should reach towards, when you are looking at the idol, idol is also looking at you. It is called a perfect circle. When you are looking at Krishna, the Krishna is looking at you, but you do not look at yourself. When you are looking at the mirror, mirror is looking at you. It is coming back, the energy is coming back. It is called a perfect circle. The energy should come back to you. Then the whole of transformation will happen. Till such a time, we are not going to the right tracks. So, the whole process, the whole job of spirituality Bhagavad Gita, they say Muni means Kapila, Kapila Muni, Sankhya philosophy, he is from Buddha, then Kapila to Bhagavad Gita, everything is connected. You know, there is nothing higher and lower. Take everything that is good in everybody. The pranic healing which has gone from here, take it back. It is all from our Sanatana Dharma. The Sanatana Dharma is excellent, but we do not see all that now. No, right now, it is just spiritual poverty, ignorance. Following Sanatana Dharma, you can be physically healthy, mentally peaceful, emotionally balanced and spiritually matured. We are physically weak, mentally restless, emotionally imbalanced and spiritually bankrupt. Every process that was told in Sanatana Dharma is excellent, but we have only started. You know, the doctor, you go to, for your fever, you have gone to the doctor. You have taken the photo of your doctor. Every day you say, Om Dr. Yadgirro, Om Dr. Yadgirro, your fever will not go. Here is prescription of amoxicillin, 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 108 times you say that. It won't go. But take the medicine, it will go. Meditate, detachment, awarefulness, equanimity, everything will go. See, that is yuktahara viharasya yuktacheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. Be a moderate. God did not say, did you follow this? Okay, you are a worshipper of Krishna, but did you follow this? Ahara and vihara, be a moderate. Yukta chestasya karmasu, in your action be a moderate. Swapna abhodasya, in your rest you be a moderate. Are we? How can you say that I am a disciple of Krishna? How can you say you are worshipper of Rama? Vasishtha tells Rama, the whole world is unreal. It is as unreal as the blueness of the sky. And Rama asked Vasishtha, if it is unreal, why should I live in it? Because living is also unreal. I am not teaching escapism here. You be in your life, even just because somebody says he is Swami. Swami is mastering yourself, that is all. Establishing in self is Swami. You call yourself, everybody should call himself as Swami. Enough, nothing is wrong. Now what you want? You want somebody Somebody says, I am Guru and I am God, and I will give you blessing, and I am God, and you go to him. And this is the biggest business. You get enslaved. Is this that I am Guru and you will reach heaven, because he also, after your death, you can't question him because he is no longer there. It is a business that's going on in the world right now. I am not saying all Swamis are wrong. There are many pseudo Swamis. You need not grow your beard. Okay, you have grown beard, that's absolutely fine. But because you are a yogi, you need not grow your beard. Be in your life, be in your family, be with everything, but be untouched. Everything is there. You are moving, but untouched. Be careful what is around you. Negative things are there. You are near a garbage, then what will happen? More garbage will enter you. If you are with negativity, negativity will enter you. If you are near coal, coal will touch you. If you are near scent, perfume, fragrance, it will touch you. One should be careful in everything that will happen. So, the basic thing in every activity is, how are we leading our life? Are we conscious or unconscious? Become utterly conscious. Now, we are so unconscious that we don't breathe ourselves. The breath is pushed into you by God and it comes out, that's all. But when you breathe in, God is breathing in. When you are breathing out, I am breathing out to God. See the concept now? It's a continuous effort should take place. You can be consciously be happy. The whole world is searching for happiness. Just see, in your childhood you thought, I will be happy after I grow up. And you have grown up, then you said, I will be happy after marriage. You got married and you said, I will be happy after children. You got children, you said, I will be happy after retirement. And you got retired and you will think about your childhood days. See the problem of your own life. The happiness is here and now, this particular moment. You are sitting, be happy. You are talking, be happy. You are listening, be happy. You are walking, be happy. Don't do anything out for happiness. Being happy, you do an activity. Happiness is being yourself with body, mind and soul. Soul is very, 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 very important. Unless you catch hold of that, you will not be able to be happy. You will be searching. It is somewhere in the horizon where sky and land, the earth don't meet. And that is why we revise our target. You want 10 crores, you achieve 10 crore, you revise it to 100 crore. You 100 crore, you revise it to 1000 crore. You become MLA, you revise it to minister. You become minister, you want to become PM. It is all in the horizon. The thing is, you can be happy here and now. With what wealth you have, you are happy. But we revise, because that is the ego game of the mind. Mind wants more wealth. You have your own home, you are happy, you want a bigger home. It's a ego game. Mind is always chasing some other thing. See, in life, Only unhappy people are chasing temples or churches or mosques. Why? Because the very happiness is God. If you are happy, you are with God. I am not talking about pleasures and all that. You can water the plant and be happy. You can sip your tea and be happy. You can walk, you can talk with your wife and be happy. You can just you can water your plants and be happy. You can walk and be happy. You can look at the rose flower and be happy. The smell of the rain is a happiness. Now what are we doing? Every moment we are grumbling, grudging, thinking elsewhere. That is the mind game. The mind, it is always thinking of some other thing what it does not have. Thinking what you do not have or thinking what you should not have is unhappiness. We are so miserable and we think that life is suffering because we are so tuned to unhappiness, and happiness you do not see. 1% is unhappiness and 99% is happiness. God also creates unhappiness because it exists in polarities. Only when you know unhappiness you can be happy. A hill can exist only when there is valley. Light can exist only when there is darkness. Day can exist only when there is night. So, the polarities are important. Body will have pleasures, mind will have happiness, emotion will have joy, and soul will have bliss. Work towards it, and God bless you.